Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So I'm on boxingscene.com, and I'm going to leave this article in the description box. And like always on my channel, you go to the link, click it, read it, and come to your own surmise. But hopefully reading this article, man, we get some good news in the heavyweight division. We've had a few big fights canceled this year. Klitschko Fury was canceled twice, and then Povetkin and Wilder was canceled. And a lot of other things that I can get into that went on in the division. So hopefully, this fight does come to fruition, and it's Klitschko versus Joshua for November 26th. All right, so in this article, it says Klitschko versus Joshua getting close as both sides wait for rulings. Okay, and the rulings they are waiting for is all the sanctioning bodies that would be involved with a fight like this. The WBO, the WBA, their involvement with Klitschko and the Fury cancellation, and then Anthony Joshua, the IBF. Being that Klitschko held on to the IBF, and that's one of the titles that he had just as early as last year, about a year ago, he held on to all three of those titles. So hopefully, and from what my understanding, he's always had a good relationship with the IBF. So I'm curious if they can come to an agreement on this, and I think it'd be good for the sport. I think it'd be a good fight. But let me go ahead and read some quotes from Klitschko's manager and also Eddie Hearn. All right. Klitschko's manager says, Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn, and I have actually agreed things financially. All right. He also says, it now depends on a bit of the world organizations, but we would like to see the fight go ahead. And remember, Eddie Hearn on the IFL TV interview a few days ago, shouts out to IFL TV here on YouTube, but Eddie Hearn actually said that they reached out to the Klitschko camp in that interview. And a lot of fans were like, oh, no, he's lying. They're just saying that to keep Joshua's name attached to other top fighters, because if he fights, let's say, somebody in the bottom half of the top 10 of the IBF, they can always lean on the fact that, hey, we were trying to get those other big names. But no, I guess this is true. So this is confirmed from a member of Team Klitschko that, yes, Eddie Hearn did indeed reach out to them, and they want the fight as well. All right. Let me go ahead and read another quote here. And this is going to be from his manager as well, Klitschko manager. He says, the pair's broadcaster partners, Sky Sports and RTL in Germany, are said to be very interested in the fight, which will most likely take place in Manchester. Okay. Now, Eddie Hearn, he says, from our side, when Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua could box for the WBA IBF belts on November 26th, we would like to take that fight. Okay, it was a bland statement, but I mean, there's not really much to say. I would want this fight. I hear a lot of fans says not enough time to promote. And here we go with the promotion of the fight again. It's like, okay, cool. If that's how you view it, okay, so when should this fight take place? Next year? 2 years? Shouldn't take place at all? Look, man, Fury and Klitschko was unexpected cancellation again, right? Joshua is still looking for an opponent. Eddie Hearn said September 26th they will have an opponent. It is, what is today? The 27th. Yeah, it was yesterday. Today the 27th. I still haven't heard anything. So obviously they're still looking for an opponent, and they don't have anything pinned down right now. So obviously they're still looking, unless they would have came out with an opponent announcement yesterday, correct? Unless he's just delaying it to fuck with the fans, but I doubt that. And then so it is true that they want the fight. So I don't think that letting this build would make any sense, as far as, people saying, oh, you have to let this one build. They need more. No, they don't need to let anything build. We know who Vladimir Klitschko is. Remember, he's the guy that reigned over the division along with his brother for the last 10 plus years. What more else do we need to know about him? Anthony Joshua, he's a hot topic right now. any uploader on YouTube, you want to, you know, get views for a heavyweight you can do a video about, Anthony Joshua. He's probably the most popular, not necessarily the best. Some people think he is the best. I'm not saying he's the best, but I'm just saying on social media, just from the views that his videos get, not just from me, but from uploaders all on YouTube. His videos seem to get the most views. Deontay Wilder gets views. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tyson Fury, Klitschko, Povetkin, especially when that whole Meldonium thing was going around. Anthony Joshua is very popular. So is Joseph Parker and Luis Ortiz. I mean, mainly the top guys are popular, you know, on YouTube, but Joshua is the most popular guy. So you got the most popular guy with the guy that reigned over the division, that had a lot of fans, not all fans, but some fans were complaining that the division's boring and he doesn't have any personality and his style is boring. We know who that guy is. So let's get the fight made. There's still enough time to hype the fight up. You know what I mean? Like, there's still enough time to hype the fight up, man. It's not like I mean, how much time do we really need to hype that fight up anyways? Some people are saying that Anthony Joshua's not ready. Why would or you know, some people feel as if that Hearn must have a lot of confidence in Joshua. Some people are saying that he only, you know, he doesn't even have 20 fights yet. How can you throw him in there with Klitschko? And like I say, man, once you win a world title, you have to carry out the responsibility of being a champion. And I know Klitschko isn't rated by the IBF. Okay, but let's cut the bullshit with the rankings for a second here. We know that Parker is the mandatory. We know that. And he deserves his shot because he earned it when he beat Carlos Takam. But Klitschko is still Klitschko, man. He just lost that one time to Fury. Yes, you know, and I understand that some people feel as if the fight wasn't entertaining. That's cool, but let's get off that for a second. We just can't erase the last 10, 11 years. Remember when it was so boring and we didn't want to watch it? Yeah, he was the one that was ruling the division, whether we like it or not. It's just what it is, what it is. And this can be a great changing of the guard fight as well. Because if Klitschko is really on his way out, because some people feel as if, hey, he didn't look all that great against Jennings, although he won the fight. He won it. It wasn't a debatable decision, but he didn't look like the Klitschko of old. He didn't look like how he looked against Pulev, right? Then he fought, after Jennings, he fought Fury, and he took the loss. He got decisively beaten. He didn't get beat up pillar to post, but that was a decisive victory for Fury as far as winning the fight on points. So some people feel as if after that, Klitschko must be out, you know, on his way out the door. Well, we'll really get the way Anthony Joshua likes to end his fights, we'll really get a clear indication if Klitschko should really hang it up. Because Klitschko's goal, his ultimate goal is to be world champion. Klitschko does just, I don't feel that, I don't get that vibe from Vladimir like he wants to stick around to be a top 5 guy and just, you know, I think he wants to be champion. I mean, everybody wants to be champion, but I don't think he would be comfortable losing, you know, 3 fights in a row to, well, not 3, losing 2 fights in a row to Fury, and then let's say he gets knocked out by Joshua. We know how Joshua likes to end his fights, by knockout. So we'll get a clear indication if Klitschko is really out the door, because most likely he will get knocked out if he loses. It could go to decision, I mean, but so I think this is a good fight all around the board, man. I don't know about you guys, but I don't need 5 months for this one to build. You know, I really don't. And I think the pay-per-view numbers are going to indicate that. If it's pay-per-view out in the UK, it's going to certainly indicate that. Let's not play here, man. You know what I mean? Let's not play. Martin and what did Martin and Joshua do? 700, and that had months to sell itself. I think it's sold 700,000 pay-per-views. I guarantee you, Klitschko, Joshua will sell, if not triple or close to it, double. Just on the 2 names alone. Now, could this fight actually, you know, could it make a little bit more money if they were to build it up. I mean, with what's going on right now in boxing, why is a fan like, why would you want that? I understand we're trying to play the money game and count these guys' pockets, and well, they can make the most money if they do it this way. Okay, but why should we care about that? If the managers themselves are saying let the fight go ahead, so if the managers, the people that are put in place to make them the most money, if they're saying let the fight go, how can as fans we say we need to let this one build? Hopefully the fight's made, man. It's just my opinion. I'm out.